Bonjour, mon chéri fairy. So good to see you. I hope everything is going well. I'm sure you're stressed and tired, but proud and excited, and you need to get out of reality for a while, right? Yeah, thought so. Well, come with me, Femme Petal, into the realm of Fae. This week on Femme Petal Fairy Fridays, we're going to talk about fairy money. Yeah, that's right, dinero. Straight up cash. Fairies have currency. I know. Okay, so what is fairy money? Fairies make use of human money as well as their own money that they smelt. So they melt down silver into coins or gold into coins, or sometimes they'll trade gold nuggets or gems or jewels or leaves or rocks. They have a lot of different items that they use in their bartering and their money exchange. It's not just dollars. And in the time that most of the stories are explained, it was coins. It was not dollars, it was coins. Okay, sorry. Thought I saw something. Fairies make use of money because they know that humans love money. They know that humans will do almost anything for money. They realize that they could give money to humans as a reward. So if they asked a human to help them plow their fields, or take care of a changeling, or had an exchange of secrecy, they could give that human money and they would do those things. It was like buying a human's time, and they didn't normally have use for human money in the realm of Fae, but if they wanted to use humans, then they would use money to motivate the humans. Some people consider fairy money to be money that you find. So like you put your jacket away in the summer, and then when winter comes again, you put your jacket back on, you slip your hand in the pocket, and bam, there's $100 bill in there. What? I don't remember putting that in there, but maybe a fairy did, and that money is considered to be fairy money. So like the money that you find in your couch cushion or your washer or lying about on the street, it's supposedly fairy money. It makes me feel so happy to think that I have touched fairy money before. That's one step closer to the fairy realm. Ah! How do fairies get money? Well, there are 3 ways. 1, the fairies make it. They find gold or silver, precious jewels and gems, and they use that in an exchange or smelt it into coins. 2, they get the money in an exchange. They have a deal with another fairy or a deal with a human, and that's how they get the money. 3, they steal it. They just go into your house or your business or your castle, and they straight up take your money, your gold, your silver, your gems. Sometimes they do this because you are being bad. Sometimes they just want to do this. Some fairies have really long lifespans over multiple centuries, so they're able to collect a lot of gold and jewels and gems to use in trade or bartering, any kind of exchange with humans. They have a lot more of. Many stories paint fairies in a negative light whenever dealing with money and exchange. However, there's a lot of really positive exchanges with fairies and money. One story states that fairies like to help the outcasts of society. So they will take their riches and give it to people who don't have homes, or disenfranchised, or are ignored by society. And they'll give all of their riches to them. One fae by the name of Twylweg from Wales, I apologize if I said that wrong, is actually known to steal from the rich and give to the poor. Sometimes fairies will trick us and they will give us human money that has been glamoured, which glamour is a type of magic that disguises something, and they will put a glamour spell on the money give it to us. And when they give it to us, it looks like coins and dollars. So we're very excited, and we go home. And then when we look at that money again, it has turned into leaves and twigs because the fairies glamored it to look like money. That's a good trick. Like, money can be transformed the other way. So fairies can transform money into twigs and sticks, and they can also transform twigs and sticks into money. So if you get paid in a bunch of rocks and maybe 2 sticks in a shell, when you get home, that might turn into $2,000 of just straight human cash or jewels or gold. There's no guarantee that a fairy will actually give you money. They might give you money that changes into sticks and twigs, or they might give you sticks and twigs that turns into gold and jewels. Fairies really don't enjoy people talking about their exchanges. So if you, for example, you hear a bird run into your window, so you go outside and you get the bird because there's cats. So you pick the bird up and you take it inside and you give it some water and you help it regain consciousness, and then you let it free and it flies away. Well, that bird might be the best friend of a fairy, and that fairy might have heard the story of your kindness and then will go reward you with gems and gifts and gold. But if you tell somebody about what you did and that a fairy paid you gems and gold, then that fairy is going to be pissed. Like break your kneecaps pissed. Like curse your 4th generation child pissed. So do not tell anybody about your interactions with fairy money. Pop culture. So when fairy money is used in film or television is a pretty interesting observation. I tried to find actual fairy money in film by watching fairy films like Hellboy or Tooth Fairy or Fairy Tale. I could not find actual visual confirmation of fairy money. There are different versions of fairy trinkets in the human world, like some naturally shaped organisms that people call fairy coins, or the iron cross that some people call a fairy coin because it's on the coin that can deter fairies with its iron. But in pop culture, like movies and television, I had a really hard time finding visualization or symbols or sigils of fairy money. There is one scene from Hellboy 2, The Golden Army by Guillermo del Toro that has a fairy market where things are exchanged and goods are shown visually. It's an absolutely beautiful movie. You should definitely go check it out. One of the most common stories in human existence about fairies and money is the Tooth Fairy. The Tooth Fairy is a fairy that comes to collect teeth and gives money in exchange. The amount differs with every household, but the fairy will most likely take the teeth of a child back to the fairy realm and possibly use that to exchange in the fairy realm. Another one of Guillermo del Toro Hellboy films, teeth and tooth fairies like to eat bones, and they will eat the teeth out of your head. If you know any other pop culture movies or films that have fairy money, please comment below. I really want to look into it and know more. Social media, hype up. Let's look at a creator from TikTok called Terry K. Terrykaye is an amazing content creator who makes gorgeous, inspiring work. And every single time I see one of the videos, it makes my day better. So please go follow this creator. They deserve all the accolades that they gain. Au revoir, mes amis, and thank you so much for coming to my channel. I really appreciate every single one of you. If you could please subscribe, comment, live on this page. Watch the other videos. Like that video over there is super duper cool. And then that video has so much information and you should watch it because all the info on it is super duper cool. And it talks about all the things about fairies in the human world. You'll love it. Thank you very much for being here.